Master your mind, a stoic philosophy on achieving your best. The mind is the most powerful tool we possess, yet it is often the most neglected. It is the source of our greatest triumphs and our deepest failures. To master the mind is to master life itself. Stoic philosophy, rooted in the teachings of thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, provides a timeless framework for achieving this mastery. It teaches us how to navigate the chaos of existence, to rise above our circumstances, and to cultivate an unshakable inner peace. This is not a philosophy of passive resignation, but of active empowerment. It is about taking control of what is within our power and letting go of what is not. It is about making the best of every moment, no matter how challenging or mundane. This script will guide you through the principles of Stoicism, offering a roadmap to mastering your mind and unleashing your fullest potential. The first step in mastering your mind is understanding the nature of control. The Stoics divided the world into two categories: things within our control and things outside of it. Our thoughts, actions, and reactions are within our control. The weather, the opinions of others, and the passage of time are not. This distinction is crucial because much of our suffering stems from trying to control the uncontrollable. We waste energy worrying about things we cannot change, while neglecting the things we can. The Stoic solution is simple but profound. Focus on what you can control and accept what you cannot. This is not a call to indifference, but to clarity. By directing your efforts where they matter most, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. You become the captain of your own ship, steering it with purpose and precision. To master your mind, you must also cultivate self-awareness. The Stoics believe that our perceptions shape our reality. If we see a situation as a disaster, it becomes one. If we see it as an opportunity, it transforms into a stepping stone. The key is to observe your thoughts without being enslaved by them. When a negative emotion arises, do not suppress it or let it consume you. Instead, examine it. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is this emotion justified? What can I learn from it? By questioning your reactions, you gain insight into your inner workings. You begin to see patterns and habits that may be holding you back. This process of self-reflection is not always comfortable, but it is essential. It is the foundation of growth and transformation. Another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is the practice of gratitude. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, gratitude reminds us of what we already have. It shifts our focus from lack to abundance, from dissatisfaction to contentment. The Stoics were not naive optimists. They understood that life is filled with hardship and loss. Yet they also recognized that even in the darkest moments, there is something to be grateful for. A warm meal, a kind word, a breath of fresh air. These are the small miracles that make life worth living. By cultivating gratitude, you train your mind to see the good in every situation. You develop resilience and a sense of perspective that allows you to weather any storm. Discipline is another essential element of mastering your mind. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from self-discipline. Without it, we are slaves to our desires and impulses. We chase fleeting pleasures and avoid necessary hardships, only to find ourselves trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction. Discipline, on the other hand, empowers us to do what is right, even when it is difficult. It enables us to rise early, to work diligently, to treat others with kindness, and to face challenges with courage. Discipline is not about deprivation, but about alignment. It is about aligning your actions with your values and your long-term goals. It is about choosing the harder path because you know it leads to a better destination. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is the premeditation of adversity. This involves imagining the worst-case scenarios and preparing yourself to face them. At first glance, this may seem pessimistic, but it is actually a form of mental training. By visualizing challenges before they arise, you reduce their power to shock or overwhelm you. You develop a sense of readiness and confidence that allows you to handle whatever life throws your way. The Stoics called this amor fati, or the love of fate. It is the willingness to accept and even embrace whatever happens, knowing that every experience, good or bad, contributes to your growth. This mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of living in the present moment. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. All we truly have is the here and now. Yet so often, we are preoccupied with regrets about the past or anxieties about the future is uncertain. All we truly have is the here and now. Yet so often, we are preoccupied with regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. We miss the beauty and richness of the present moment because we are too busy dwelling on what has been or what might be. The Stoic solution is to anchor yourself in the present. Focus on the task at hand, whether it is washing the dishes or writing a report. Give it your full attention and effort. By doing so, you cultivate mindfulness and presence. You learn to appreciate the simple joys of life and to find meaning in the ordinary. Another key Stoic principle is the practice of humility. The Stoics believe that arrogance and ego are the enemies of wisdom. They blind us to our flaws and prevent us from learning and growing. Humility, on the other hand, opens the door to self-improvement. It allows us to acknowledge our mistakes, to seek feedback, and to learn from others. It reminds us that we are part of a larger whole and that our individual achievements are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Humility is not about self-deprecation, but about perspective. It is about recognizing your place in the universe and striving to contribute to it in a meaningful way. The Stoics also taught the importance of virtue. They believed that the ultimate goal of life is not wealth, fame, or pleasure, but the cultivation of moral excellence. Virtue for the Stoics consists of four cardinal qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is the ability to discern what is true and good. Courage is the strength to face challenges and adversity. Justice is the commitment to fairness and kindness. Temperance is the practice of moderation and self-control. These virtues are not abstract ideals, but practical guides for living. They provide a compass for navigating the complexities of life and making decisions that align with your highest values. To master your mind, you must also learn to detach from external outcomes. The Stoics believe that our happiness should not depend on things outside our control. If you tie your self-worth to your job title, your bank account, or the opinions of others, you set yourself up for disappointment. These things are fleeting and unreliable. True happiness comes from within. It comes from living in accordance with your values and doing your best, regardless of the results. This does not mean that you should not strive for success or pursue your goals. It simply means that you should not let your sense of worth depend on them. Do your part, give it your all, and let go of the rest. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of community and connection. They believe that we are social beings and that our well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. To master your mind, you must cultivate compassion and empathy. You must recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles and that kindness is always the best response. The Stoics practiced what they called sympathia, or the interconnectedness of all things. They saw themselves as part of a larger whole and sought to contribute to the common good. This sense of connection and purpose is a powerful antidote to the isolation and alienation that so often plague modern life. Finally, the Stoics taught the importance of continuous learning and growth. They believed that the mind is like a muscle. It must be exercised regularly to stay strong and healthy. This means reading, reflecting, and engaging in meaningful conversations. It means seeking out new experiences and challenging yourself to step outside your comfort zone. The Stoics were lifelong learners, always striving to deepen their understanding of themselves and the world. They recognized that mastery is not a destination, but a journey. There is always more to learn, more to improve, more to achieve. In conclusion, mastering your mind is the key to living a fulfilling and meaningful life. It is about taking control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is about cultivating self-awareness, gratitude, discipline, and humility. It is about embracing challenges, living in the present, and striving for virtue. It is about detaching from external outcomes and finding happiness within. It is about connecting with others and contributing to the common good. And it is about committing to a lifelong journey of learning and growth. The principles of Stoic philosophy provide a timeless and practical guide for achieving this mastery. By applying these principles in your daily life, you can transform your mind into a source of strength, resilience, and wisdom. You can become the best version of yourself and make the most of every moment. This is the essence of Stoicism, and it is the path to mastering your mind.